People typically see things from their own perspective, or they try to project how they would think in a certain position, or what they would do, or what they would have done, or all these different things. Um, I believe that there is a right way and a wrong way to vet people and different things like that. And I don't ignore that process. Here, I'm about to take off my glasses in case people try to say I'm trying to hide my eyes or something. But I think it's a right and a wrong way to do things. Just like within a household, um, and of course, social media doesn't give good examples of this, especially currently. But when certain things happen within a household, it doesn't go outside of that household. Um, and some people, they cannot be trusted with information, regardless of what it is. Um, from the smallest thing. Um, of course, everything that is hidden will be revealed. But at times, when people tell you things in confidence, like I said earlier, there are secrets that I held for a while, and people want to take and put their spin on it, and it's literally starting to piss me off. Like just shut up at this point if you can't speak directly to the person that you're trying to correct. But what I mean is certain things, like for instance, at 9 years old, my daddy told me that my sister wasn't his daughter. But that is something that I assumed for 9 years. And so imagine having that on your mind, and then you can't tell your sister this, because how do you communicate this to your sister? So it was literally like a wall I created. Um, and then eventually later on in life, like instead of me, you know, maturing and saying certain things that she had told me now, granted again, I'm a thinker. So thinking upon all this, I'm like, ain't no DNA test ever been ran. Like, if I say this to her, then it's gonna cause a whole big thing, and it may or may not even be the case. Who knows? The only people that know is the Most High and the people who were doing the conceptions. But uh, regardless of that, that was something that I was told at 9 years old. Um, and so that was something I had to keep for a while, and then my sister ended up finding out that I had wind of it. Not because I got a big mouth, because I knew her finding out certain things would hurt her, but because my brothers that my dad had, they had, we had conversations, and they were aware that I was aware. So something happened to where some information got leaked, and it made me look like the bad person, because I'm trying to protect my sister. My sister has always had some things against me for different reasons. With all that being said, when I talk about things on here, it ain't for people to take and spin their own narrative on. They go from the old to the youngest, and as a man, I feel like if you can't look a man in the eye and say exactly what you have to say to him, like you're not standing on business, and you're not what you say that you are. You can group up, you can click up with whoever. And as I said earlier, I recognize certain, like if you're willing to, let's say a person now, difference on opinions on things that don't matter, but it just goes to show me this. If I see a group of people, like during the time of COVID, they saying it's not. Then you got a group of people that's saying it is. This is just my example, just not to go into anything personal or current to stir things up. If I got people who are is not this or it's not that camp, and I see other people who claim to be in support of this camp or on this side, they're actually attacking the people who they say that they are helping with the people on the left side as well. Like, what does that make you? I've been accused of attacking people. I've been accused of many different things that I've never done. Some things I have done out of hurt, as far as my responses, as far as some of the jokes I've said, and different things like that. With that being said, I check all of my motives all the time. And what I know is, if I had to get a point across to my brother, somebody I have access to, somebody I have their number, I have direct contact. They say that I'm in direct line of contact so they can talk to me. Why not talk to me? So you have to get online in order to produce a message to communicate something to me, because of whatever your reason may be, instead of going through the process of, if you love this person, you talk directly to them and you let them know what it is. And this is to my brothers. People may say, why I feel this way about certain things are supposed to be handled a certain way. And if they're not, then that should bring things into question. Nobody talked about certain things to me. People just assume. People see certain things. They see me joking with certain people that I'm supposed to be around and I'm supposed to extend grace to. They're questioning certain things that I'm doing that are jokes. Like, everybody is clearly joking back and forth, but because you don't understand and you want to put your spin on it, this is this and that is that, and it ain't no other way. Like, at the end of the day, just mind your own business. Like, get into your closet, because if we're trying to quantify prayer or, that time with God and different things with, what we should be doing, I feel like we should know to do the first things first. Like, if you have a problem with your brother, the first thing you do is you go directly to them. If I don't know that you have a problem with me, but I get online, let's say it's me. If my brother don't know I have a problem with him and I get online, I'm just talking crazy, like, yeah, man, he did this, he did that, blah, 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 blah. And I never went to him. I never addressed it personally and let him know what the issue was. I'm doing things out of order. But to be spiritually discerned and do things, like, people really, really have to focus on themselves in this time, and really, instead of trying to put the microscope on other people, put the microscope on your heart and what you need to be doing. Because I'll have instructions. Whether or not people think I do or not, I know what I have to do within this process to even getting certain things up. That's the reason why certain things are delayed. And I'm choosing to take work first. Because I have to get other things done before that even happens. And so, regardless of what people are saying, I have a process that I'm doing things. I have steps that I need to take. And until I take those steps, I understand that I can't do that thing that I'm trying to do until I take these exact steps. That's called accountability, because I could just get out here and be like, oh, it has happened. I can be out here speaking in fake tongues, and I don't even like speaking in fake tongues. So, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna play with God. But speaking in fake tongues, whatever. Like, I could be putting on a whole show. Get 10 people that know me very well. Like, act like I'm healing you with me laying my hands on you. Lay on the ground and shake. Like, we could really have a whole Renaissance festival going on. But I understand everything is a process. And how God has used me since youth was through my vision. And in some ways it has been tainted through trauma and different things like that. That's the reason why I'm glad people bring things out. about spiritual warfare, different things like that, um, because it really helps you understand the root causes of some of the things that you may be experiencing. And so, with all this being said, let's learn to take the internal look, put the microscope on yourself. A lot of things I talk about is myself and my interactions and my dealings with other people. And yet people try to use my stories and different things for their benefit and their ministry. Never talking to the person that they have an issue with. And that gives me an issue, but you call me a brother. I find that kind of hard, and as I've said, with spiritual maturity, we should know to do things in order. Peace.